Hey there, my name's Maddie and today we are going to be going over Unit 4 Area of Study 2, dot point number 2. Now, this dot point reads, mental wellbeing as a continuum, with an individual's mental wellbeing being influenced by the interaction of internal and external factors and fluctuating over time, as illustrated by variations for individuals experiencing stress, anxiety, and phobia. Now, this begins on page 41 of our Complete Psychology Units 3 and 4 notes package. If you don't have that yet, that's all good. You can grab it via the link in the bio, or you can just go with what we're doing now. It really doesn't matter. We'll be showing everything on the screen. Also, you can book one-on-one tutoring sessions with me. I recently completed VCE Psychology and am now completing a psychology degree. So you can book that also via the link in our bio. Now, let's get started. So the mental wellbeing continuum is where everyone is placed on at some point at any given time. It's really important to show how people move through life. People are going to be changing between different points on this continuum. So someone who at one stage has a mental health disorder can go back to being mentally healthy. You're not stuck at any point on this continuum, and you don't have to be even at a point. You can be here, or you can be here. You can be literally anywhere. So when someone's mentally healthy, they're in a generally positive state with a positive attitude towards their life and have the ability to cope with adversity. They have high resilience and high functioning. Now, if they have a mental health problem, someone is going to be experiencing a less positive set of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors on a mild level over a pretty short duration. So that's going to be like you fail a SAC and you're like, oh my gosh, I've just failed my psychology SAC. What am I going to do? And you freak out for a few weeks or a few days, a few hours, until you obviously find ATAR Wizard and you book a tutoring session with me via the link in the bio, and then your mental health problem, you become mentally healthy again because you realize, oh my gosh, with ATAR Wizard, I don't have to stress out about VCE psychology. So that would be a mental health problem. Something happens, you're stressed for a few days or a few weeks, but it's not like a multiple year duration. Mental health disorder is occurring when an individual experiences, mental health disorder when an individual experiences a lack of resilience and a low level of functioning for an extended period of time. So say you fail a SAC, but there's 100 other things going on in your life that are really difficult for you to deal with, and it's been a few years of you not feeling great about yourself and you're feeling really down, and you see a health professional and they say, hey, you have a mental health disorder. That's that kind of thing. So just getting tutoring with ATAR Wizard isn't going to help your mental health disorder, whereas it might help your mental health problem because that's short term and you've got more resilience. You're ready to pass through that at time of adversity. So mental health disorder, again, usually includes an experience of intense distress or impairment, which is usually what reduces the functioning. So again, this mental health disorder is characterized by a significant reduction in functioning, whereas like a mental health problem and mental health and being mentally healthy is going to have higher levels of functioning. So things that influence mental well-being are going to be internal, so things that are happening inside the body, being biological or psychological, or they can be external, so happening outside the body. So external would be like a failed SAC. So your teacher fails you and you disagree on one of the marks and it's external, it's not great. Whereas internal, happening inside the body, if that's biological, that might be like having a cold. So you're a bit sick and your functioning decreases, or psychological can be like negative thoughts and feelings. Negative thoughts and feelings. So we move on to stress, anxiety, and phobia. We define anxiety as a feeling of apprehension or worry over which the origins are unclear to the person. So in other words, the person is feeling scared or uneasy, but they aren't sure what about. So anxiety, you don't know what you're worried about. Mild amounts of anxiety can be helpful. They can help you sort of get stuff done, whereas they can be experienced in response to a wide range of things, even if you're not sure what's making you anxious. The thing which is causing anxiety is usually not known, which again is how it's defined as anxiety. Now, anxiety is different to an anxiety disorder, and it's really important you don't use those terms interchangeably in terms of the VCE psychology curriculum, because they will be marked differently. So when someone's anxiety is so significant that it significantly impairs their functioning and they're experiencing a mental health problem, this is called a mental health problem or anxiety disorder. And this is diagnosed by a medical professional. So when you have anxiety, that's a feeling. You're feeling anxious, whereas anxiety disorder, it's that feeling of anxiety has become so much that you've seen a medical professional and they've said, okay, like you have an anxiety disorder because this anxiety is impacting your functioning so much that you have a mental health problem. Now, stress, again, is a feeling of dread, arousal, or uneasiness in which the person can pinpoint what is causing them to feel that way. So mild amounts of stress can be helpful and can be experienced in response to a wide range of things. The thing which is causing stress is usually unknown. Phobias are a persistent, intense, and irrational fear of a specific object, place, event, or thing. This fear is so intense that the person will try to avoid it at all costs and will become extremely distressed if they even face the threat of coming in contact with it. So if someone has a phobia of something, like you might have a phobia of ants or birds or something, then you become extremely distressed in the face of this threat and you are going to do anything you can to avoid coming in contact with it. So it's a kind of mental health disorder because the fear of the thing is so great that it causes intense avoidance strategies, which prevent someone from functioning. So if you have a fear of ants, that means you never go outside. That is significantly impacting your functioning and is therefore going to be considered a phobia. Specific phobias can be placed into 5 categories: animals, situations, blood injection injury, natural environment, and other. Now, that's it for this episode. So next time, first of all, thank you so much for listening. Now, next time we will be going over the development of specific phobias. So how specific phobias are developed and how that's going to impact someone's life. So if you want to listen to that, stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you get updates on what we're doing here on the ATAR Wizard YouTube channel. Again, you can book tutoring with me via the link in the bio and also purchase these notes via the link in the bio so that you can look at them yourself in your spare time when you're just thinking about psychology 24/7, because what else would you think about ever? Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.